everybody, Frankie Day here. A little silent service routine. Okay fellas, this is the second video for the evening, as I promised you, double feature night tonight. I just got back taking care of another honeydew list and took care of a few things at the store, so back at it again fellas. I'm still painting the 109. I mean the FW190, I mean, excuse me, sorry fellas. The old focal going, and probably a couple days I'll have a video of it. Okay guys, this video tonight is my U-boat. Captain U-boat U-552 that was used off the coast of New Orleans, and also New Jersey coast up there, which they sunk a lot of tonnage up there because we had a lot of ships, a lot of merchantmen traveling across the pond, coming from all these ports, and so therefore he was pretty much of an ace at that. He sunk a lot of tonnage before he was the war came to an end. Anyway, make a long story short, folks, this is no Revell 1/72 scale U-boat. It's a Class 7C boat, and a lot more advanced than the other U-boats they had earlier in the war. And the Class 7 U-boat had a length of precisely 284 feet from stem to stern. A very small boat. And we had a crash depth of anywhere from 250 to 280 meters, which is a little more than 500 feet. Usually the conventional electric boats like this of this nature, their submerged depth is probably 300 feet, and crash depth probably about 500. So you got to realize the designers of submarines back in those days, even today, you got to leave a little margin for error, a little more crash depth. If a submarine designed for a crash depth of 1,000 feet, give or take a couple of hundred more feet, and that's it. That's all you have. You have a little margin of error right there. So anyway, like for emergency dives, the top was very, very an ace of getting rid of dodging depth charge attacks from the British fleet, and also the United States fleets too as well. His tactic was to dive under the depth charges, as deep as you can, because a lot of tin can sailors were programmed the U-boats only go 200 feet, 300 feet deep. So what they do, they set the charges as within that depth. But the Class 7 boats, they can go deeper. So Captain Top actually revolutionized that. He's a very great submariner and a very great gentleman. He was a very great U-boat captain, and he did his job well. Okay guys, introduction with the dive, take her deep, boys. This was the Revell 1/72 scale Class C boat. And the camera's really friendly. We'll swing over and take a look at this and finish up the video. Okay, fellas, here we go. There she is, boys, right there in her entirety. We'll zoom a little closer. You can take a look at her. We'll waltz through the details. This thing is all weathered as much as you can get in these things, folks. There's the bow area right there with the bow tubes. Got 4 bow tubes and 2 stern tubes. And you can see how all the weathering done on it. Excuse me, folks, I'm very sorry. There's a conning tower right there. I'll probably get a little closer. I hope without obscuring the vision of this thing. There we go. This boat took me about 6 months to build, guys. I took my time on it. I built this for a client one time ago, and he didn't have the funds for it. I think he was pulling my leg, and I'm a man of my word. I've always was raised to be honest, and this fella here, I think he wanted something for nothing. So I said, well, no, sir, the agreed price is this, and I put a lot of time into this thing, make it as aesthetic as possible, and evidently the deal didn't go down, folks. I heard he stiffed a couple other fellows one time. I forget the gentleman's name. This was about 12, 15 years ago. That's when I first got this kit. And this is by Revell, Germany. And I'm not quite certain, fellas, if they still make this kit. They probably do. I haven't seen the hobby shop shelves in a long, long time. So I assume they make so many of these things and they just drop the production rate and go to something else. And we'll swing around a little more over here. We'll get a little picture on the starboard side here, folks. We swing this way. Sometimes the light's really tricky here. There you go. We'll get a little closer here, fellas. I'd like to dedicate this to my good buddy Gary Brinker, about 50 miles away from my house. And I commented in one of his videos he made of the Dresden, which he's doing an outstanding job on it. And he's thinking about doing a submarine. So, you know, I like pig boats. They're pretty good. They got their well worth of service for the military. And these U-boats here, fellas, I kid you not, these were very, very strong boats. Germany made some real nice boats. They made them strong. And a lot of U-boats crews swore by them. They were good, strong boats. They were trustworthy boats. And Donuts lost a lot of U-boats. Their heyday was the beginning days of the war. And as the war came to an end, pretty much, we got them pretty well down where they're at. We kind of eliminated the U-boat fleets. Some were scuttled to keep out of the hands from an enemy. A lot were sunk during depth charge attack. So there you go, fellas. That's the Revell 1/72nd scale Class 7C boat. And this is a good kit, guys. Everybody's got one of these. They're a good kit. Now, incidentally, folks, any of you RC boys out there like to make this thing RC, they got a watertight compartment by Subcommittee. I think they do. It's called Subcommittee. It's a website that's more or less for submarine modelers, and they got all kinds of parts and stuff you can buy for these things. I know for certain they got one for the USS Gato. And the watertight compartments, they fit their pressure hulls. They fit inside the plastic hull of the kit itself. And of course, you can do a lot of modification by taking the deck off like that, so you can be able to service it and everything. But they look like PVC pipes. They're all clear, and you got your servos in there, and you got your servos will operate your dive planes. And also, you got your ballast in there, which you bring it down a certain depth. You know, it's pretty well engineered down to a science. It's a must if anybody decides to motorize one of these things. But this thing here just collects dust. She's a little dirty, fellas. Dust gives it age. You know, and this fella, you know, I wanted to buy this off me and everything. I got a bill for him, you know. This guy, just more or less, I don't think he had the money in the beginning. And so he has to live with his mistakes, you know. We all make mistakes. We got to live with it if we have a conscience or a soul. And usually benefit from mistakes like that. You will never do it again. But some people just kind of repeatedly go ahead and do it all the time. Okay, folks, that about does it. I'll swing the camera around and finish up the video. Here I am again, folks. There it is. Okay, that'll be the conclusion of the second video tonight. So this video here is just called Builds of the Past, featuring my Revell 1/72nd scale U-boat 552, 1/72nd scale. And so this is for you, Mr. Gary, and for you fellas too. So I hope you guys enjoyed the U-boat, and so stay tuned. In about a couple days I should have another video, probably by this Friday. I'll have a video of my Focus 190, my personal build, and it'll be painted in the sub-assemblies before it's assembled. So stay tuned for that, folks. I have that in probably 72 hours from now. So right now, old Frankie Days will hit the fart sack and go to bed, go to sleep, because I'm a tired sailor. And I got to turn 2 continue shifts work tomorrow. And so Mama's been taken care of all day long, rock and rolling and driving that truck all day long. So business is business, and things got to be taken care of, and she's happy, I'm happy, and I hope you guys are happy too. Okay, guys, this is Frankie Day signing off. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. May God bless, and please subscribe and happy modeling, and make Mama happy. And you guys be good. And we'll catch you guys in a couple days. So stay tuned for update number 2 on my personal build of the Airfix 124 scale Focke-Wulf 190A. Okay, boys, Frankie Day out of here. We'll see you guys in a couple days.